Hello YouTube, it is me, Raina, and I am back. So last night I decided, just on a whim, to binge watch House of the Dragon. Now, if you don't know my personal history with Game of Thrones and all that stuff, let me just lay it out here for you. I was a big Game of Thrones fan. I came in, I think when season 2 was over, I binged up to there. Then I watched live ever since season 3. And as we all know, the series did not end in a satisfying way. You know, everyone is mad, and the series finale was very underwhelming. I mean, the last couple seasons were very underwhelming, and we thought that, and it seemed like, the lightning in the bottle and like the pop culture zeitgeist of Game of Thrones was, going to be gone, and it was for a amount of time until this show came about. And so the House of the Dragon is basically about House Targaryen. Basically, it's set like decades before the story of Game of Thrones starts, and we get to see the history of the House of Targaryen, how they came into be or how they came into power, and basically family lineage and the betrayals and the, intrigue and, the drama of it all. And I will say I really enjoyed this. I was skeptical about it because I was still burnt from the original series, but also knowing that the same showrunners were not going to be involved in this at all gave me some comfort, and people's certain reviews and people seem to be liking it, and it was really giving that same feeling of watching like those early to mid season of Game of Thrones, of the excitement and what was going to happen and how were they going to execute this part in the story and the acting and the storytelling and the mystical side of it. And my favorite character obviously was Daenerys Targaryen, and how her story ended, I was not satisfied. So seeing like the history of her house, I think that was a great decision by HBO, considering the popularity of that character. I mean, of course there were other popular characters, but I mean, honestly, the most popular was Daenerys. And so I think it was a great decision to be like, hey, let's kind of not fix it, but let's just take this popular part of the story and really look into it. I mean, it's already based off a book, called Fire and Blood by the George R.R. Martin. So why not? So once again, like I said, I think the story is great. The special effects are still up there with the original series, the costuming, the set design. And I think what really helps this better than the other show is that with Game of Thrones, there were so many characters and so many places to keep up with. I think some people, like me, sometimes got confused where we were, and also we did not get time with certain characters or certain storylines, whereas in a book, you can read from a person's perspective and get all their thoughts and why they made this decision, or why this happened, or why this and why that. And especially when you get to the later seasons, it was really like, okay, what's really going on here? But I think with this show, with House of the Dragon, what I really like is that we are in one place. We are concentrating on one family. Yes, we probably get more characters, and there's a lot of characters here already. But the fact that we're concentrating on this one family, this one house, this one location, and so we're really seeing the inside and intrigue of how these people work, how they portray each other, how they love each other in various ways. Anyway, so we get all of that in this show. And of course I talk about the actors. I mean, it's going to take me a while to get the names because they all kind of sound similar, but I want to say the actors' names. Of course, Matt Smith. You knew it was coming. I love Matt Smith. He's, if you don't know him, he's from Doctor Who. I love him. He's my favorite doctor, my doctor, and him in this, he snapped. And I think he is great in the show, and he plays that character so well. And I had a feeling that he would do a great job because the way he kind of plays a darker character leads into how he played the Doctor sometimes. But here, he's unrecognizable, and he just really put his whole entire self into that character. And both the actors who played the Queen I think her name is Raina, the one that Damon was with, who plays his niece, did a great job. And with the younger actors and older actors, casting A plus, especially for Elysian Hightower. You could, I mean, if you told me they were like sisters or cousins or, somehow related, I would believe you because they look so similar. It took me a while to be like, oh, that's an older version of her. Oh, okay, wow. Those two actresses did great. I think everyone did a fantastic job. With the kids and the adults, you get to see a lot of the younger actors and these kids, and some of them get killed off, unfortunately. Anyway, I just really loved it. And the dragons, of course, look amazing. And how they utilize them, it's just so majestic. And that's like one of my favorite parts of Game of Thrones. Like I said, is the mystical side and like the wonder and the awe of it, and seeing this house in its prime, at its very apex with the dragons and everything. It really just put me in awe, to be quite honest, that I've lost from the original show towards the end, if I'm being honest. But like I said, considering these are different writers, different showrunners, and this is based art on a book that's complete. It's, you can't change too much. And so I'm feeling that people are going to be more satisfied with this story than they were with the original show, considering how much the show was changing from the middle to the end. So that's my overall thoughts on House of the Dragon. I don't want to get in too much detail, or this video will be over an hour long. What are your thoughts of it? Have you watched it recently? Did you rewatch it? Give me your thoughts down below, and bye, YouTube.